Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good morning and a warm welcome to yet another episode of Ahlan DXN Middle East. A warm welcome, one and all, to the brand new, the 31st episode of Ahlan DXN Middle East, a journey through your life. As the title mentioned, Ahlan DXN Middle East is all about a journey through your wonderful life. A journey through the wonderful life of those people who has achieved success in their life, who has achieved health in their life. Ladies and gentlemen, who turned to be a role model for all the DXN distributors across the globe. We are handpicking those fantastic leaders across the globe to be in front of you, to discuss with you, to share with you their success secrets, which will definitely be helpful for your growth as well, which will add more value to your color, to your DXN life as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ahlan DXN Middle East.
Thank you, Mr. Shebi. As Mr. Shebi rightly mentioned, we are bringing the eminent personality, unique personality, successful individuals of DXN Middle East or DXN worldwide to this platform. Today, we are really fortunate to have a gem of person in DXN. And as you know, she's very much unique in DXN. And basically, she's from Pakistan, but she's behaving like an individual, international person. And she belongs to DXN family. And she is the first lady gone out from Pakistan to learn IVF, especially from USA. And there are many new degree or new upgradation. And she is the first lady from Pakistan, the person who achieved that type of qualification in the field of medicine. And she's very much actively practicing her profession more than 40 years. And she opened a lot of IVF or infertility clinics and hospitals all over the world, especially in the Pakistan. And in different countries she served, and and she is very much into medical practice. And fortunately, she is with us, and she is with the DXN, and she is very much actively, according to her words, she is not doing DXN just preaching only, but she is very much into DXN family and DXN business, and she is a double diamond in DXN. That is none other than our own Dr. Asma Munir. Let me invite Dr. Asma Munir to today's session. And there is a Doctor, your mic is mute.
Assalamu alaikum, doctor.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Assalam. Good morning, doctor. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, fantastic.
Welcome to Ahlan DXN Middle East show.
Thank you, all of you.
We have been waiting you on this seat for a lot many days now.
Thank you. Thank you.
And doctor, today it's not an exact coincidence, but still we are fortunate to have you here on this seat on a very special day. And it's your birthday.
Yeah. I'm just to be born. I'm a few minutes old now.
So wish you many happy returns of the day, doctor. And you are in.
That's a gift for my birthday. You know, you people around me and me with my global family. It's a great gift. Thank you very much.
We are missing you, personally missing you, but through live virtual platform.
Love you all. Thank you.
Doctor, to wish you a birthday for a person who is professionally connected with the job of birth, it's a great thing. And you have been the reason for many couples to get their most awaited birth of their child. And it's a blessed profession. And also we are blessed to have you here as a part of DXN Middle East community, doctor. We are proud to be associated with you.
Thank you very much. So kind of you. I love you all.
May Allah bless you with many more successful years, inshallah.
Thank you. Ameen, and same to you and your families.
So, doctor, without wasting much of time, we have many people from different countries waiting for your words of wisdom. So I'll directly move on to the first question. First question is definitely about the king of herbs, Ganoderma. Ganoderma is known as a miracle herb. Would you be able to elaborate on the key aspects which had contributed this accolade to Ganoderma?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم and رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. And there is a saying in Quran, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ, meaning how much you cannot appreciate what I have given to you. Okay, so this is the real answer to your question, because Allah has already said that when we give you the disease, we give you the treatment. You have to look for it. And when Rishi Ganoderma was identified, we don't have an exact date. What was the date when it started as becoming a food for the people of this world? But it takes something like more than 4,000, some books say 5,000 years ago, when the people of the Himalayas, they started eating this product as a food, because people used to eat mushrooms. But as part of 28,000 family of mushrooms, few mushrooms were edible and having the medicinal properties. And among those 280 mushrooms, only 8 mushrooms belong to this community of shiitake, and under which we come Ganoderma lucidum. Now, Ganoderma lucidum being its scientific name, Japanese called it, when they found in their jungles, they called it as rishi. Chinese called it as lingzi. Koreans called it because it was a spiritual immortality producing substance. So they called it as a yongzi. They say that if you take this, you'll never get old. And some of the book says that it was given for the kings because it was very difficult to get hold of these mushrooms that used to grow on the big old, very old trees and their stems. It never grows on the ground. So it is some of things which is nature has selected it to be away from ground, and it used to suck every nutrient from the plant. Even the plant is not there, the mushroom grows. So the properties ranged, they kept on coming into the scientific fiction, and they started, if you go into the background of the art and culture of these countries or the hilly areas, you will find somewhere in the art, somewhere they're in their books, somewhere they're in pictures, somewhere they're in history. Pictures you will find even on the floor in the churches, in the mosque, at the background, they painted this mushroom. It was never mentioned, but the picture we find it. So as far it goes back in the history. Now, when people started comparing that the world which is eating this mushroom is out of this world, meaning the people who were taking these mushrooms were so different as compared to the others who were not. They had long ages. They used to live 100, 200 years. In fact, the first book on Rishi was written by a Chinese who was 255-year-old. So you can imagine that the person who decided to write something already took 250 years to write. When it comes to the Western culture, they were not ready to digest it, because again, with all my hands to the pharmaceutical companies, it was not accepted that how can a herb is going to take all this responsibility of trillions of cells to get normalized and to fight back with all the incidents, accidents, repairs, aging, all the changes in one's life. How can only single herb can do that? That's why it is known as a miracle. And irrespective of any individual, even if you give it to animals, it has given miraculous results when it comes to prevention, management, and stopping the recurrences, even for cancer. So these studies went on, and more than 4,000 studies were done in last about 50 years of time. And now the Western world woke up. They said, because we are looking for treatment, Management was going on, but complete treatment was not possible. So as you see, last 2 years, 3 years, we are looking for immunity. There is still some crazy people who are thinking that prevention is still better than cure. So when they started looking into it, they found in multiple factors, and it kept on increasing day by day, day by day. And it went up to more than 400 ingredients, which were individualized for individual capacity to give an individual cell a reaction towards any insult coming to it. May it be weather, environmental, may it be our own body environment, may it be external environment, may it be a toxin from inside, may it be a toxin from outside. These ingredients individually were studied. Time will not permit me, as you know, I can speak on Ganoderma for 5 days. Even then, it will not finish. So some of the doctors are still surprised when they started giving as a placebo. You know what is a placebo? Placebo is a product which doesn't have any medicinal effect, but it has got only psychological effect on the body. Even with as a placebo, it was given to the people, and the people came out with miraculous results in due course, even for few seconds to few years. I've seen results in few seconds to few years. People used to say, if you take Ganoderma, it will take about 24 months to give you some reaction. I have seen on my hand 30 seconds to give me the result and 45 minutes to take my allergy off. So everybody has its own world of testimonials, which still is lacking to come to the world, because our company doesn't have the policy to show off. If it would have been a pharmaceutical company, you would see how they will put on the billboards with Dr. Asma having Ganoderma and skin getting beautiful. I will have 2,000 pictures all around the world. If it would have been a pharmaceutical company, because that is the way they promote. They take only one tiny thing, and there will be a long leaflet of interactions and contraindications inside that box of medicine. And that's the beauty of this product, that it is a food. Best thing is it's a food. You don't need a doctor, it's a doctor itself. It's a doctor itself. Your body is a doctor, and the next doctor in shaking hand with the body is Ganoderma lucidum, which is going to give the livelihood, which is going to give the stamina, which is going to give the repair, which is going to give you the growth, which is going to give you the immunity, and which is going to give you a fight for the age. So you cannot, you see, starting from a swelling to a tumor, starting from a skin sensitivity to even retinal detachment, anything that can be think of as a cell damage, the root cause is the cell health, where this miraculous mushroom works. And there are lots of articles are there on individual ingredients promoting, and very big names like natural killers, anti-tumorous activities, anti-inflammatory activities, antiviral properties, antibiotic properties, and centrally relaxant. You see, somebody who is talking to you with a soft tone, with a smiling face, you don't see many of these people around. You see people with creases, you see people with dark circles, you see people with dreams in their eyes, you see people who are crazy about their families. They cannot do what they want. They cannot move the problems to be solved by their body itself. But you can see the difference when you see a person who is using Ganoderma. I always quote that Dr. Lim said that in a circle of 4,000 people, I can select people who are using Ganoderma because their skin tells me. So this is how it is known as miracle. And miracles are not made by man. Miracles are made by Almighty. And Almighty chooses somebody to take this miracle out to the world. And he has chosen Dr. Lim for that. Hats off to Dr. Lim and hats off to you.
Doctor, now I know the reason why your cheeks are shining.
That's because I see you all. I'm so happy. So, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there are lots of scientific details, Salim. I don't want to bore people around on a weekend to talk about scientific names and scenarios, but you see that miracle doesn't need scientific data. If you want to drink milk, if you want to drink or you have honey or you have kalonji or if you have any fennel seeds or anything natural which your ancestors have given you, you don't go to a cow and tell me how much calories this you give me every day. And can I drink your milk, please? Please give me the scientific evidence. We never ask that. When you go and buy an egg, yes, now because pesticides and all these things and the cultural the integrity is compromised, yes, even we don't trust our vegetables. So that, fine. But with things that are by nature tested, given, testimonial, not in one religion, it is there in every religion. Mano Salva, they say, man was a mushroom. Ibn Majah, Abu Dawud, Ahadith, they claim the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, you should eat mushrooms, especially the red mushroom.
True.
What else you need? I don't need any scientific evidence after this.
I understand.
This why that's why we call it as a miracle.
Okay. Fine.
Thank you so much. That was a brilliant answer from you, Doctor. Before moving on to my question, next question, there are a lot of messages coming up wishing you a very happy birthday. But what
couple family.
I don't want you to answer this, but I just want you to know this, that one Mr. Lilith has wrote, "Happy birthday, Dr. Asma. May Allah give you great health and many years. We have been so blessed to have you in our company and industry. By the way, how many years young are you now, doctor? Because you look so young and getting more younger. What is the secret?"
I am 63-year old, a 63-year young girl.
Let us bless you with many more years, doctor. You are a true blessing for DXN. Thank you so much for being with us.
Jazakallah, so kind of you.
Doctor, moving on with the next question. Doctor, now people around the globe are talking about spirulina. The monetary organization of United Nations organization has officially joined hands with the DXN, IMSA, Intergovernmental Institution for Microalgae Spirulina against malnutrition, to distribute free spirulina across the globe for 1 million kids. United Nations organization is talking about spirulina. WHO is talking about spirulina. Across the globe, many people are talking about spirulina. In your view, why do you think spirulina is a must use for family members?
I don't say spirulina is for family members. Spirulina is for everyone. It is for animals, it is for human beings. People came to know before human beings, we used to see it as a seafood. You know, we used to have spirulina pellets, we used to feed our fishes on it. Remember, when we were small, we had the spirulina pellets for our pounds. Spirulina, as the name suggests, suggested by Professor Darwin, it's a miracle, again another miracle of Allah. Because when it comes to food, the purpose of food is not only to provide you energy and strength. The purpose of food is to give you resistance, help you to grow, and help you to immunize and help you to be what you are. For example, if you are a young boy, if you are a young girl, you need all those young necessities of a boy and a girl. The hormones, essential amino acids. So starting as a food, if you go into the details of what a food is, well, you know, your net is full of the data, what is balanced diet and all that stuff. But if you want to buy that balanced diet for one meal, you'll have to sit down 3 hours in front of the net to find which one is suitable for you and which one you like. And I tell you, I have calculated, you need to have 190 dirham per meal to get what your body needs in one meal. In our third world countries, nobody has 190 dirham and 3 hours to sit every day in the morning and to decide what food you need for your child, what food you need for your mother, what food you need a would-be mother, or what food for your grandma, what food for your naughty husband, and what food for your baby to come. So everybody has got a different requirement. Who is going to calculate? And when? All people in the world, only more than 2/3 in the developed world is working. And the working again needs more energy, more requirement on its own, apart from their general health. So establishing the requirement for individual, when it is difficult, sometimes it is impossible. If you have to give, it's a shortcut, it's I think there's no shortcut for success in life, but Allah has given shortcuts for food in life. And spirulina is one best shortcut for a combined and complete food. And I thank him, Sam also, and Gulf also, to giving this precious thing to the people who really don't have a single penny to have one meal. What it is actually, it has enough proteins, the bodybuilders. It has enough carbohydrates to give you the source for the energy. It has essential amino acids. It has essential fatty acid. In fact, it is the only thing in the world which has gamma linolenic acid, which is there in mother milk. So next to mother milk, children who doesn't have the pleasure and the honor to have a mother can be fed on spirulina and get that nourishment. So this is another big point for spirulina. Then every age has a requirement. Now a baby is growing, needs teeth, needs growth, needs stamina, hair, body contouring, the recognition of a male and a female. All these needs ingredients. And ingredients supplied at the right time. Not if I give you milk in a feeder at 20 years of age, is it okay? Same way, 1-day-old baby cannot have biryani. So the requirement is met at the right time with the spirulina. If you give it to a baby about to be born through the mother, you are helping the mother to create another miracle of her own life and giving it the best opportunity to grow and sustain the strength when it comes outside. One. Secondly, mother to be self has to have double energy source, one for the coming baby, one for herself. So it gives you the double source, double barrel gun. Then after that, she needs to feed. Another protein requirement, phenylalanine, thyroxine, threonine, vitamins, B complexes, zinc, selenium, calcium, you name it, it has it. Except vitamin B12 content, which is not too high in spirulina. Others are according to the requirement of an individual cells in the body of a human being. Now come to the different age groups. Younger age group, you have 5 to 10 years. They need to grow. They need to have their good wear and tear. They need to study. They need to play. Their stomach need to grow. Their enzyme need to grow because they are now eating rubbish and everything. They have to, accordingly, your body has to repair. And they have to find with the genetics. Whatever their genes, I have given my genes, God forbid, diabetic to my daughter and son. So if you want to prevent it, what will you do? You cannot tell them not to eat sweets. You cannot tell them not to eat fat because it is the most liked food. So if you give something which will control, the key holder, like a key holder, until the key matches the locked door, it is not going to open. This key is Rishi, Spirulina, and Moranzi, which is going to lock this genie of ill health. right from the start of the first day of life. Coming to the puberty. What is the requirement of puberty for spirulina? Growth, hormonal development, body development, mental changes, depressions, follicular growth, ovarian growth, testicular enhancements, and above all, the body is now changing its form due to the age. And this change can be hazardous for some people. It can lead to diseases, it can lead to psychosocial dilemmas. Spirulina helps there. Coming to the reproductive age, you need to divide. Every cell came in the world to divide. Not like in British company to divide and rule, but to divide and grow. Okay. Now this divide and grow has to be at a beautiful division, equal and active. So when a girl or a boy is reaching an age of a womanhood or a manhood, they need a reproductive support. And these reproductive support has got microscopic ingredients and chemical ingredients, which to be like a puzzle. Have you seen a puzzle with 100 nowadays minute pieces? Until and unless each puzzle piece is in the right place, you cannot consume a marriage. Same way, formation of development of egg and development of a baby, development of the sperm till the development of the full complete zygote, all needs good protein bodybuilders. And spirulina gives you that. Spirulina fights with the natural killer cells, spirulina fights with the viruses, spirulina fights with the bacteria, spirulina gives you immunity at the cell levels, it gives you strength at the mitochondrial levels, it gives you strength at the nuclear level to divide into two beautiful, equal, simple, and same forms. So if you go into the details of spirulina, my God, it's not only a simple journey, it's not a simple statement of food. It is full of everything. It is full of everything, from hair to teeth to nail. Everything is of protein. You are protein. What you act and what you energize is carbohydrate. And giving them together, fiber, are and the strength is in a harmony of water and minerals and amino acids. So this is something, it's a puzzle which gives you the structure, it gives you the personality, it gives you the assurance, it gives you the insurance to be a mom and dad, it gives you to be a good young human being, it gives you a beautiful aged person like me. Anyway, so it gives you everything. It gives you everything. If combines, if joins, and if it is married to Rishi, it gives you an insurance policy also. Okay? I feel it's much more to say about spirulina. We can help people by giving spirulina. We can help ourselves. Our family is a symbol of what we are. Charity starts from home. So when you start caring about your family and then you feel world is a family, then only you can see the benefits of spirulina. When you start, if I were to be given one day authority in health authorities, everybody in their food in one single meal will at least have 10 spirulina every day. Maybe government will not like it, but if that's what it should be, then pharmacopoeia books will be closed. There will not be any virus, there will not be any COVID, there will not be any danger to any cancer, there will not be any danger to any allergy, and there will not be any allergy to what we see the lifestyle changes are giving to us. So it fights back with everything. Okay?
That's great. Beautifully answered, Doctor. Thank you so much for this.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Doctor. So, Sebastian, you're okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that brilliant answer. It's completely covered that particular question anyway. So we have discussed about king of herbs and queen of vegetables.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Now
so
the prince
share
and princess.
so my question is about king of enzymes.
Yeah.
Noni fruit.
Hmm.
So could you please explain about the unique benefits of noni fruit or noni fruit juice?
Yeah. Noni is known to the world by many people, not now. Again, it's a more than 1,000-year-old stories. And Professor Neil Solomon, Professor Harrison from King Kong, I would call it the King Kong of the noni juice because he's the one who has written 5 books on noni. Morinda citrifolia. Haiti Islands gave birth to noni. Through the waters, the seeds went on to different countries. And the local people, illiterate people, non-scientific people, the grandmas and grandpas, they started using these fruits, the stem, the leaves of noni plant, even the roots. Some of the books say the roots were also used. They used it as if it was a securer. It's a securer of the family. From hair, lysis, dandruff, from skin, brain, concentration, development of your glands, thyroids, thymus, your lungs, your sodium potassium balances. They used to use it even for the local paste, for an antibacterial paste. They used to wash their head, they used to wash their body with the fruit pulp, and they used to eat the fruit, even it was not very sweet to eat, to give them strength and stamina. Nowadays, recently they have found more than 200 ingredients. Still, it is coming up. 213. Some latest articles are saying that it has got the enzymatic property. Yes, it is the king of enzymes, but it has given us some astonishing factors. Like what we went to buy something and we got to buy one get 200 things free. So this is what happened to noni, that they started digging out about the product ingredient, and they were digging for enzyme. They found something else also. They found sodium potassium balancing property also. They found it is pain killing properties also. So they were comparing it with morphine. Morphine is one of the centrally acting analgesic drug in the world, which is the most active for killing pain, and even for the centrally depressant drug. They're comparing the effect of its pain killing to noni. Now these, even the zeronine and prozeronine story, you all know about it, and people who want to know, they can go into the details. But the effectiveness, see, when there are 2 chemicals, they are sitting idle. They cannot work. They need a moderator, like an anchor person, to connect them. 2 proteins, they cannot work until there is an enzyme. And even if I give spirulina and reishi and there are no enzymes, mafi faida. You understand? So they are all integrated like a palm of a hand. They have different ways, different working, but they are joined together in harmony. So the content of Morinzi is not working only on digestive tract, giving it a strength of the mucosal lining of the whole 22 feet our tract. Also, the integrity of the mucous membranes going from mouth to anus, the absorption and the working of the hormones from pancreas, liver, and other digestive glands, giving us the security. The working capacity of these enzymes will be working on a substrate. Where the enzyme works, that is known as a substrate. And this is a cell. Without enzyme, this cell is not going to open the gate to the food also. Like a watchman. So this watchman has to be strong. And what it does, that whatever you eat, it may be a medicine, it may be a food, it has to go into the system. Anything out of the system is useless. Agreed? Anything out of the system is useless. May it be very precious. So if the system has to work, it has to be in its same pace. What I mean by the system is the digestive tract. If it is working nicely, anything will go into the blood. From the blood, it will go into the individual cell. Then only it is worth mentioning. Otherwise, you take a pipe, tuck, comes out finished. It's not going to be effective. So this effect is dependent on the lining, on the enzymes, and how these cells are going to grab noni ingredients and go to their respective routes to the brain. You see, if you say A to Z of noni, A to Z of noni, starting from skin to the bones, arthritis, analgesic, analgesia means pain-killing effect, arthritis means joint diseases, any anti-aging, any aging chemical which is there into the system is going to get combat with noni. The models of the world, they are taking noni to let them beautify their skin because it works on the individual cells for harmonically purifying the things. It is a detox agent, it is a growth spurt agent, it is a harmonious agent to prepare these all the hormones in individuals, which individualize in its own capacity. Making one gland work normally doesn't have any fortunate outcome until it is all together. So when we eat something, if it is going to the system, it goes into the blood takes it to the different organ, and the organs start flourishing. So pain, arthritis, stamina, IQ, and the treatment for Alzheimer's. See, the same blood is going to the brain, and the brain cells, they respond to noni by giving it a next life to it, a repairing process. So when the brain cells, they repair, you feel delighted, you feel happy because it is working on the central nervous system, it is working on the peripheral nervous system, it is working on the centers of addiction. You see what happens when you are addict? 80% of the population, I think, in next 20 years is going to be an addict of anything. May it be Facebook, may it be WhatsApp. It is also an addiction now. So when you get some addiction, this receptor, have you seen the wheel of a cycle? The chain, when there are gaps and the chain is moving the cycle, when it fits into the that chain and the wheel moves. Have you seen that? Have you seen the train, how the wheels move with the chain? So there's a gap. Now this gap is known as a receptor, receiving end. If you have a receptor, then you have a function. And if you have an addiction sitting into the receptor, whatever you do, it is not going to go away. Noni fights at that receptor site. It is the beauty of noni, which acts on the cell wall. It acts the receptor sites. That's how people get rid of nicotine addiction. Prozeronine. You go on to that video. It's a beautiful video giving the white cells the stamina. The WBC, the soldiers.
Yeah, the one video.
You see that beautiful video? It's a very beautiful video. And this has opened the picture of noni. I ask you, all of you who are listening, please go back on the videos and see how this prozeronine in noni, it's going to get rid of your addictions. And this is only tiny things. I still feel you need to have 2-3 days with me for noni, okay? And apart from this, hormones, female hormones, the balancing of the hormones. See, if you have a hormone which is, okay, I get hold of 50 international, if it is working at the same pace as it should be, then it is good. It's not to have hormone in one quantity. It has to work in its own capacity at its right time. So Moranzi organizes, or Noni organizes, the cyclicity starting from the brain till the ovaries and the testes. It organizes the pathways to parenthood. Oh my God, I said a very beautiful thing. It
Yeah.
organizes the pathways of the parenthood, because the roller coaster of parenthood is not easy. It's not easy. People who got it easy, they don't realize how much difficult it is to produce a baby in a petri dish. It's not easy, not possible. Until this harmony of hormones, until this harmony of integrated work, until the harmony of right work at the right time is not there. So Noni takes care of that. It works at the cells to give you the right size of the hormones, the right amount of the integrity of the cell health, and sustains it. The sustainability of any system gives you durability, and durability gives you long age. Long age need decent, without any pollution of aging side effects. Like, I don't want a glass on my nose, and I don't want artificial teeth. I don't want a asa in my hand to walk on, or a walker. Aging gracefully, aging beautifully, aging with a smile face, not with the aging in a process that people don't want to listen to you. You know, grandma, grandpa, they keep on repeating things. Children are not no more sitting with the grandparents. Because grandpa is always saying the same thing again and again. They forget. They forget how long we are going to sit with them. This is what my grandchildren will tell us. I don't want to have that age. That's how Noni is going to prevent that. You understand this? So reflux esophagitis, gastritis, ulcers, stomatitis, irritable bowel syndrome, cancer of the stomach, cancer of the intestines, even hemorrhoids, constipation, the gutter that we have is the problem oriented gutter. If it is not functioning, you are ending up in a pharmaceutical industry. You are the best customer of the doctors, because you are always, give me something for my diarrhea, give me something for my constipation, give me something for my weight, give me something for acidity, give me something for my reflux esophagitis, give me something for my mouth ulcers. And can I tell you, if you have reflux esophagitis, you can't talk. It happened to me. They told me that you have little acidity. I never felt anything. But this acid trickles into your throat, get the swelling of the cord, and you cannot speak. See how tremendous nature Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made this body integrated. And that's why we tell you to sleep on your right side. Never sleep straight, because all these gut issues can destroy your throat also. Mouth ulcers, noni can take care of that. Take 2 tablespoons of noni at night, have a head up position, and you can get rid of that also. So there are a lot of things I can talk about, but again, time doesn't permit me to.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Actually, there are many comments coming about your words used, sentences you are framing, and things like that. I would like to quote just one or two things, because Dr. Firoz Sarang from India, you know him, right?
Yeah, I know.
He was talking about marrying Raishi to Spirulina.
Yeah.
And Madam Mariam Juzer from Dubai, she is telling that we have already got married to Ganoderma and Morinzi.
Yeah. Don't ever divorce them. Okay.
So, Doctor, my question is, how many marriages can we have? Because we have two more questions.
For you, you can have 4 as a Muslim. Yeah. But girlfriends can be many, you know. If you're not a Muslim, you can have many girlfriends.
Yeah. So we would like to talk about one more bride, Doctor. Lion's mane mushroom. You know, many times in the popularity of Ganoderma, Spirulina and all, this lion's mane mushroom comes behind. But what we are seeing here, we have got amazing sales for this particular mushroom. So could you please elaborate on the qualities, Doctor?
Lion is a lion.
Yeah.
Okay? Lion is a lion, is a king of jungle. Yeah. We are talking about king of herbs and the king of nerves. I call it as the king of nerves because lion's mane, as you said, the world widely said, it is a white mane of a lion-shaped mushroom, Hericius. And the property came to us that it has one of the only edible supplement in the world which has nerve growth factor. And everybody in this world at this present scenario, 545 or 645, is a brain toxic person. Agreed? Because anytime we get this silent bombarding on our nerves and we are not treating it, we don't even know. We only know when we cannot sleep, when we cannot eat, and when we cannot evacuate, or when we cannot move. Then only we come to know that our nerves are getting compromised. So it is one of the mushrooms which has got a beautiful accumulation of very good vitamin content, good proteins, plus it has the stability factors for the intestine because it has the ionic control on the intestine. You see, if the intestine is well, healthy, beautiful, like a beautiful individual lying on bed, and if it doesn't move, what good it is to, helpless creature, like a vegetable. Same way, if the intestine doesn't move, the story begins. Story begins from immotility or lack of motility of the intestinal content, and then stagnation of the dirty things going back or toxins back to the system, and then disease processes starting. So the problem is in the motility of the gut. You have good food, everything available on the table, you are eating nicely, but nothing is moving. Your systems are okay, but nothing is moving. There is a transport block, like a traffic block. You may die during the traffic block. Help cannot go. No rescue is possible. So this motility is enhanced by lion's mane because it works on the nervous pathways which are supplying this action to the intestine. You see, our system, our brain is not the only thing which is controlling our body. Our spinal cord and our sympathetic and parasympathetic systems are those systems which are controlling silently all the gut functions, heart, lung, liver, enzymatic activity is not coming directly from the brain through those parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, which is parallel to the spinal cord. Now, this lion's mane works there. Cholinergic fibers, it works on the neuromuscular junction. This is the nerve, this is the muscle. The nerves gives the ignition, current to work, and this muscle works. So this is lion's mane. It tells the muscle to work. It tells the cells to work. And when it works, then it can use anything. If I'm not moving, I cannot use anything. So that's why lion's mane has got a major authority in the function of these Rishi spirulina. See, if you don't have your gut motility, Rishi is not going to work. It cannot go into the system. The spirulina will make the nice, beautiful intestinal tract. It will give some of this good nervous strengthening abilities, but the current, the nerve growth current, is possible by lion's mane. Secondly, Alzheimer's. Third, all the systems apart from the intestinal tract needs this electronic control. It's a digital control of your body. May it be your eye blinking reflexes, may it be your swallowing reflex, may it be your smell, the property of smelling, and may it be hearing. All are nervous controlled. And if these nerves are out of order, your major hawase khamsa, what you call the special senses, are not going to work. These are your special senses. Touch, feeling of salt, bitter, sour. All these are silent nerves which are Chemical mediators they need to let the brain know this is what it is. See, if this is a book and I touch, I don't see. I don't have eyes in my hand. How do my brain know that this is book? Because these sensors, they transfer this data to my head computer, and that computer quickly put in the data. Oh, this is a book. We have registered this as a book. That's how this whole blind world is working. So I forgot to mention the work of spirulina in combination of Rishi on night blindness. You must have seen in the literature now, more than 2,000 children in Pakistan, they are benefited from night blindness. The repair of the nerves of the eyes from retinitis pigmentosa. So that's something miracle. Yesterday I see the article. Now coming back to lion's mane, the gut motility treatment for constipation. Constipation leads to hemorrhoids. So if you treat constipation, you won't get hemorrhoids. If you treat your nervousness, anxiety, you will have a composed personality. If you treat your nerves, you will not have Alzheimer's. If you treat your nerves, you will have nice movement, myasthenia gravis. I can share the testimonial of my father, because that's a great product of the product testimonial, because my father took 10 to 20 lion's mane in a day. He had myasthenia, his hands drooped down, he has jaw drop, because it's a neuromuscular autoimmune disorder which needed constant chemotherapy and steroids. And being a doctor, he was scared that he might die. I left the job from Benin and went back to Pakistan. And then I started at that time, there was no DXN in Pakistan. I started giving lion's mane, Rishi, spirulina to my father. And in less than 3 months of time, the neurologists were surprised that where your antibodies are going, because these antibodies were the responsible culprits for myasthenia gravis. This is a disease of nerves. And then, mashallah, till date, he is taking lion's mane and there's no myasthenia gravis. So you can imagine how it gives you the integrated nerve supply of the body. So nothing more can be said about it. Words get short of it. Motility of the sperm, motility of the fallopian tubes, motility of the gut intestinal tract, the blinking reflexes of your eyes, the sensation of the skin, the sensation and special senses of your body, all can get the benefit of lion's mane. I hope it can, summarize what I mean.
Yes. Thank you so much, Doctor, for that wonderful answer.
Welcome.
What a wonderful sharing, Doctor. Everybody is getting excited with the way that you're explaining on the things. You're truly one of the best speakers when it comes to products, Doctor.
Thank you very much. It is your thinking. I'm just a simple human being.
It's really communicating to the people. That's messages are showing in that way. Doctor, without wasting any single second, would like to go with the next question and would like to hear from you. Doctor, the next important product of DXN, that is Cordyceps. Cordyceps we are selling in 3 different forms. We have Cordyceps candy, we have Cordyceps mixed with pineapple juice, that is Codipine, and we have Cordyceps in a coffee form also, Cordyceps coffee. Doctor, why should a person consume Cordyceps?
My answer is why not? Why not? Because in my formula of life, as I always tell you, see Mrs., see your own wife, CMRS. CMRS comes first, and C is Cordyceps. See, you are nothing without your heart and brain. You are nothing without your blood vessels. Whatever I give you, like what I told about lion's mane, same way, whatever I give you, if it is not giving you a transport system, you are sitting in Dubai and I can't get to the Dubai office. What good is Dubai office is? See? So the transport system is mandatory. You need a transport to take the benefit of everything. You see? So even now, COVID is giving the transport system more benefit now, right? So transport system of your body for health transportation are your biggest organ of the body, that is the blood vessels. You are nothing without your blood vessels. The body is composed of trillion meters. They say it turns around the whole globe. If you take your own one man blood vessels and you make it a rope, it will go around the globe. This is the length of the blood vessels. This is the major area which can, if it can go wrong, you may die in 1 second. Because the microcirculation of the heart, which is pumping the blood, heart is nothing except a pumping station. But the station doesn't get the oxygen from these micro capillaries. It cannot provide blood to the whole body. The cordyceps works on these micro vessels and the system of the transport of life. Blood vessels are the transport of life. And the transporters are the red cells, WBCs, and platelets, and the hormones containing into that system, the pipelines. The health of these pipelines is mandatory to live. Until you have a nice, smooth, collapsible, expansible blood vessel, which reacts with pressure, which goes up, your blood pressure goes up, it should be expansile, and the blood pressure goes down. If it is a rigid pipe, you will have a stroke. If you have extensively nice and healthy, soft blood vessels, they will take up the oxygen nicely. They will take up the carbon dioxide back to the exterior. They will give up the hormone nicely to the required organ. They will go to the kidney, nicely supply the kidney, and all the filters, dirt will go through the urine. So all the story of the blood vessels. Cordyceps works on those blood vessels. So thing that gives you the life, cordyceps is working on life. So it's a life provider's food supplement. That's why Chinese take it for stamina. And they say it should be given to every individual to improve the oxygen uptake. Nowadays, we are confronted with the system which is attacked by the COVID, is the outlines of the nose, trachea, and the lungs. And these lungs are filled with these capillaries with the bulb of the in the end organ of the lung, the alveolus, which has got a neighborhood of this cluster of blood vessels. And if these blood vessels are stuck, you cannot breathe. So cordyceps help breathing. That's why I call it as life. There is, okay, I agree, there is no life without wife, but there is no life without cordyceps also. Because this life is dependent on oxygen and it is dependent on circulation. And both of these things you will get from the lungs and from the blood vessels. Cordyceps works on the lungs to improve the relaxation of these alveoli, of the lung capacity improvement. And it works onto the lining of your nasal mucosa. Above all, it has very beautiful functions. You might be surprised to hear that. It has a very good glycemic control. Like Rishi is controlling sugar, spirulina controlling sugar and blood pressure, lion's mane controlling sugar and blood pressure, all of them are anti-cancerous, but cordyceps is controlling your glycemic control, meaning the ups and downs of the sugar with your food. Cordyceps controls that. How do we came to know about it? We tested somebody's sugar before food. We gave some sugar or whatever food he took, and we took the blood sugar. Definitely it would be increasing. We gave cordyceps with the food, and the same person, same diet, the sugar in the blood was not that high because it was well controlled by cordyceps. So it means that glycemic controls also people who are diabetic, people who are having nervous inconsistencies, in people who have vascular diseases, people who have heart problems, people who have kidney problems. These are and people who have lung problems. See, I'm not going to claim on diseases. I'm claiming on the organs who produce diseases. You see, that is my claim. That is the difference between a doctor and a naturopath. That you claim what is getting deranged and then you try to correct it. The lungs capacity, if you improve, lung disease cannot stay there. Kidney capacity, you improve, kidney cannot fail. Blood capacity, transport capacity, you improve, your heart will function nicely. You improve the vascular integrity, your brain will get enough oxygen. These two things, heart and the brain, are highest sensitive organs of your body, which are like a sensor, oxygen and glucose. That do these two things, they would die in seconds. So that's why you see hypoglycemia is more fatal than hyperglycemia. People die of low sugar more as compared to high sugar. So that's why the cordyceps control over each organ. Because of the blood supply, every disease comes into it. Now start from the eyes, start from the skin, start from the hair growth. The content and the cordycepin and the active ingredients of cordyceps, they gives a good nutritive control and continuous supply of the ingredients to individual cells through the blood. Your eyesight, your hair growth, your retina has got fine vessels. With the passage of time, you are sitting in front of the computer, you're damaging your retina continuously. If you take cordyceps, you will repair those vessels quickly. You are hearing me, this is an insult to your ear also. You know, it's a continuous botheration. 20 decibels, more than that, if you hear loud, we are in a habit of hearing very loud music and, you know, very loud things. So that we are now speaking very loudly. Everybody is shouting now. Have you seen that? Have you noted? We are not talking softly, politely, with love. No. Hey, what are you doing? Like that, everybody is talking. Why? Because there is voice pollution. And this voice pollution is giving you tinnitus. You know what is tinnitus? The sounds in the internal ear. People must have heard about complaint that there are ringing bells in my ears. Continuous shh. There is a sound in my ears. This is because of the nervous control and the vascular control going off. So cordyceps works there. Cordyceps works on the supply of the heart. Cordyceps work on the supply of the soul. The kidney patients can suffer, can have the benefit. The lung patients, respiratory diseases can have the benefit. Allergies can get alleviated because it has good bush of the WBCs going to the target areas, like shotas, going to the target area and getting hold of the alien or the convict. And similarly, stomach muscles, stomach circulation improves. So you get rid of all the junk. Liver, the biggest pool of blood. This is for the normal person. What comes to a mom? Mother cannot give birth to a baby without blood. The food to the baby is through the blood, through the placenta. He's not eating 3 times a meal. The baby is taking the blood from the cord, the umbilical cord, which is connected to the mom's blood. And this blood, if it has got a good, nice vasculature, then only the baby can survive. So if you can understand my vision of cordyceps, the development of new blood vessels, good blood vessels, the development of a new baby need good new blood. So it will help you. A is equal to C. A is equal to B and B is equal to C. Therefore, A is equal to C. You understand what I'm getting at? So if you are making something inside your body, then also cordyceps can help. Male infertility. Again, the circulation defects will give you a loss of reproductive power. So if you give it to the males for reproductive help, yes, cordyceps is a great help. That's why you see our product, Potency, has got cordyceps, ganoderma, and other ginseng also, because it improves the circulation of the organs, and the organs, when they work well, they produce well. So ovaries, testes, kidneys, lungs, skin, eyes, ears, you name it, life is possible without blood vessel. Cordyceps works there. Okay?
Amazing. Thank you so much, doctor, for those detailed explanation on cordyceps. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Even an ordinary layman or expert can understand very well. You are well explained, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So
I hope
so
everybody can
we
enjoy that.
almost covered uh, superstars of DXN products, but this is really a personal question to you. You know, you are well experienced, internationally renowned medical professional. You know,
Mhm.
you are a wonder woman of Pakistan. You are first in the case of many things. If we
Mhm.
compare as a Pakistan national in the case of medical degrees, and
Mhm.
still you are studying. I know. Yeah,
Mhm.
after this session, you have some conference. Then you need to join for your new class that I know personally. So
Mhm.
still you are very much passionate about DXN. Why
Mhm.
so, doctor?
I don't know. I think there is some magnet in it. First thing is you people are too magnetic for me, because that was one of my security. I felt I'm secured now. When I started my journey in medicine, uh, it's a very old world. I wanted to become a doctor from childhood. Okay, I wanted to serve the humanity. Okay, well done. But when it comes to serving, there was a dead end sometimes. There was a dead end in cancer. There was a dead end in allergy. There was a dead end in eczema. So many autoimmune disorders where our Western methodologies were failing, and I saw people dying in during my um, you know house jobs and surgical procedure and all that. I used to see people die. Even everything was available, everything was there, but the body was not coping up because of lack of resistance. And also, Hippocratic law. When we study medicine, there is a line. The job of a doctor is not only to provide medicine. The duty as a medical health provider is to prevent diseases. And what is the difference between a good doctor and an average doctor? Everybody studies the same book. Everybody may be possibly following the same ethics. But what is the difference between a successful doctor and an unsuccessful doctor? A touch of humanity, a touch of love. Because you feel that if on that seat of patient you were there, what would you expect from your doctor? You would expect the right advice on the food, on the lifestyle, on the disease, and the management, and then prevention of the disease not to come back again. That is the duty of a medical practitioner. So the DXN holding my hand when my mother was in trouble, holding my hand after Allah when my father was in trouble, holding me recently. I came out of so many things. So every time when I'm little, relaxed, there comes another testimonial to boost me. So I find it is my duty before I go from this world. Let this world open their eyes to it. It is my duty as a medical practitioner. So many of I tell you, I have lost many jobs because of DXN, but I'm proud of it because they lost me, I didn't lose them. They lost me because I could have been a better asset for them as compared to others. I'm a very in a way, I'm a doctor who I'm not a doctor. I'm a humanitarian well-wisher. You know, I want to do well whatever I do. If I talk, I want to talk well, not to hurt anyone. If I want to practice, I want to practice not to hurt anyone. If I want to tell something, I want them not to be hurt again. If a cancer patient come to me, I want the patient to come out of cancer as quickly as possible. I will do my chemo, I will do my radiotherapy, but I will treat that body cell also. So this body cell, I find DXN products give me that insurance policy. And I feel it will be I will not be aged again, I know that, but it will be my retirement program. There is one retirement word, the other one is retire. The new tire of my life, somewhere down the line, with these 4 tires will be DXN someday. One tire would be Rishi, one tire would be Spirulina, one tire would be Cortisone, one tire would be Morenzi, and I'm sitting on that, the BMW. Now, this is what I feel that is my retirement program, because nobody can practice for life. You have to do something differently before you go from this world. You have to have a group of people. This, when we were small, we used to have a race. You give this mishal to one, and the second one comes in, and they take that mishal. They go ahead. You run for a few meters, and the new athlete comes in. Remember, this tug of war like thing should continue. One muscle in other, one muscle in other, and I want to take this rope till the end of my life. And the passion will remain the same, whatever name you give it to DXN. It is my lifeline, because it has given life to many of my patients. It has given life, apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the media, to have their life, at least the quality of life. You can give a smile to somebody. And the second biggest thing, you can give Sadqa Jariyah to anyone. It's a great help. Now, you know what I do last 5 years? I gift only DXN products. People call me DXN Baba, because they think that I don't have anything in my house except DXN. And I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of it. Whatever they say, I'm happy. If I'm happy, let the world cry. But I don't want them to cry for long. They have to learn. They have to learn this lesson, that you are for others, you are not for yourself. Otherwise, you and animals are the same. Okay? So my passion goes on as long as my life goes on. Inshallah.
Great answer, doctor. With that, we are out of words. When a very popular doctor like you planning to take this as a retirement plan, it's a great thing to learn from that. Actually, doctor, I was not planning about this. I wanted to quote you something. Our friend, all of our dear friend, whom we lost 3 months back, one of our most dynamic Bangladeshi leaders.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Sebastian was sending his bonus to his wife in Bangladesh.
MashaAllah.
That moment, we are proud to say that while he was dying, his bonus, it was 1,000 dirham more when he was sending that, yesterday. And it's a huge, around 3,000, over 3,500 dirham or something like that. It's a huge money in Bangladesh. And for a government servant also, this much salary or pension will not be there in that country.
It's not there at all. Even pensions are not there in private sector. They won't give you anything.
True.
You are gone, the shutter is off, khalas. No, nothing, no provident fund, no nothing. So
even
they recognize it.
Doctor, your profession is supposed to be the most fanciest profession people are looking upward to. But one day, Dr. Ranjan also was telling, I am a very popular doctor, but when I fold back, the shock absorber is not my medical profession. Shock absorber is going to be DXN business.
Not at all. It's very true. It's very well said, because you see, jokes apart, aging process gives you some decline in your memory, the stamina, but you want to enjoy something also. Not every time you are ready to work for 18 hours.
True.
You see, at this today, I came from the clinic just now, about 1 hour before the start of this clinic. On a Friday, I'm working from 7 to 2 o'clock. And my son-in-law, working less than me in some other business, is earning 3 times more than me, because it's a business.
True.
Jobs is a job always. This message goes, let it be to everyone. Job is a job. You are a servant.
True.
You serve, you get it. You don't serve, nobody knows you. You're not loved by your masters.
True.
You are loved by your deeds. So why don't you join a profession where you do a deed, you get the love, money automatically comes in.
Yeah.
You see, what you need is the waqt ki roti, we get one bread, one meal, one dress, and dhai gaz zameen. That's it. 2.5 meter is your requirement. What else extra is not yours? You can be happy with it.
True.
Because any dirham extra lying idle in your fund can benefit somebody who doesn't have even half dirham. So that's what you will carry.
Correct.
My DXN work, my DXN deeds, my DXN harmony, my DXN love, I will carry. That's the bonus you are not going to give me. He is going to give me. My corner plot in Jannat.
True, true, true.
You see, this is
Yeah.
this is the beauty of DXN in any religion. Superpower is superpower. We are accountable to that.
Exactly.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask, I sent you as Ashraful Makhluqat. What did you do for the Makhluk? Makhluk means the creations. I'm the Khalik, you are the creation. I sent you to serve my creation, and you started serving yourself only.
True.
You have any answer to it? I'm wearing a cloth of 10,000 dirham, and there's somebody who doesn't have a slipper in the feet. Do I deserve that 4,000 dirham dress? This is something what I feel. I may be not taken as the right person to talk all about that, but DXN is a platform like this. It is what I can say. It's something which binds you with emotions. It binds you with affection. It binds you with your responsibility. It gives the bonding of sharing of responsibility to take care of each other. It is taking care of each other. See, if my maid has got burned and immediately I go and give my toothpaste, it is not to boost myself, it is to help her. And she's not going to pay me for that toothpaste, but she will pray for me. Oh my God, Alhamdulillah, I can work 2 more days. You see, this is what DXN gives you. It's a blessing that we all are in DXN, and this blessing has to be portrayed all over the world. May Allah give us the stamina and the courage to hold this responsibility which we owe to Dr. Lim, and firstly to Allah and to our parents, and then to Dr. Lim and to you all, that we justify the vision and the cause of Dr. Lim, what he is thinking.
Exactly.
That let food and health be at the doorstep of every living being in this world. It is their right. It's a human right to have shelter, food, and health. Rest will come automatically. If they have health, they can earn wealth. If they have health, they can earn education, anything. We cannot speak. How can I learn? So this is, I feel there are no words for him. I don't know how Allah made this Dr. Lim. I don't know from where he got the mud for him. So all over the content, the beauty of feelings, and the humble soul down to earth. If you see these multimillionaires, they are working for themselves. He is working for others.
Exactly. True.
We should be like that. Working for others, automatically people will be for us.
True. True.
I know Salim, Shajir, and Shebi and Sebastian will not leave me alone. Even if I say, oh, go to well. No.
True.
Because this is the bond that Dr. Lim has created, Samad bond. The bond which is not going to break. And it will repair the hearts. I must tell you this story of a cancer patient, my neighbor. Never talked to us in his life. Never.
Okay.
And I found out when I went to Karachi, oh, he had cancer. Out of sympathy, I went to his wife. I said, Auntie, I can help you. I came to know that he has cancer. She was like this, he never talked to me ever. I don't know why, but there was no valid reason for this attitude. But this cancer is a very weak point. She said, I know you're a doctor. You want to boost yourself. I said, no, I'm not a doctor. I'm a neighbor. I'm a human being. I just want to know how is he. She said, how can be a cancer patient? We are waiting for his death and all that. I said, okay. I bought this gift for him. I'm going tomorrow back to UAE. Please give him this coffee. It may give him little relief. I take it for, I don't know why she took it, but she took it maybe because she was very upset because of the cancer terminal stages. And I forgot, but I had a very heavy heart. I went back to UAE, and my father told me about, I think, next 3 weeks when he told me that Mr. So and so came to me, his son came to me and he held my legs, he was in my feet, saying, "Thank you very much for giving us a support at such a time that he was not able to drink a, a simple spoon of water. Now he's sitting, he's going for chemo and radiotherapy. I don't know whose prayers has been listened, but I think something has to do with the product that Dr. Asma gave to us. So what it does is miracle. And this miracle bonds you. See, enemies becomes friends.
Exactly.
This is the sole message of this testimonial to share is we can create peace with the DXN. See, this is my saying that if you go up front, don't think what is what and who is who. Just go and help. Someday this help will come back to you and they will say, yes, Alhamdulillah. And that is because of DXN. After Allah, this ability to provide something is given by DXN. And I wish every member and every person of DXN family thinks like that, to help each other, holds each other's hand, and tie up this world and show this world that we are stronger than all those culprits breaking the world.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Doctor, thank you so much for this session. We really don't need to end this session. Let it go on and on and on. Really, even the attendees, they feel the same. I really feel. Because, we are getting binded up with your words and, the way you talk.
Love
Thanks
you.
a lot for giving your time, Doctor. Thank you so much.
You're always welcome. Thanks to the Gulf DXN. I love you all. Thanks to my world of DXN, whole global family. Please stay blessed. Stay inside. Take care of yourself. You see, mask and distancing. Keep that in the mind. There's no culprit. There's no COVID. The COVID is inside you. Take that out. Take that out with cordyceps. Take that out with spirulina, with tea cream, with lemon, with coffee, and drinking too much of water. Nothing can leave you until 100 years, inshallah. Okay? All the best and prayers for you all. And very, very, very whole heart for the blessings and wishes for my birthday. I never had this birthday like this before. So kind of you. Love you all, my Dixon world.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Dr. Asma Munir speaking from her heart about the benefits of having DXN products and about the DXN system. Doctor, we had a lot of heart-touching moments in this webinar. As Mr. Salim said, through the messages that we could really understand, it has really connected with the people. And it is the duty of all the attendees to share these messages to the maximum number of people and keep repeating what Dr. Asma has said. And Dr. Asma, we DXN family is so proud to have you on board. Thank you so much.
I'm so proud and honored. I'm so proud and honored.
And wish you all the best. And thank you so much, attendees, for your active listening. Thank you so much. We will be back with the Ahlan DXN Middle East on next Thursday with an Arabic guest. Till then, it's a goodbye from us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So kind of you. Bye-bye.
Bye.